know I keep getting asked about my 600 CBR. It's running perfect, guys. There's nothing wrong with it at all. It's running flawless. I'm just waiting on the plastics, that's it. I don't know why it's taking so long to get here, but they are. This bike's on the road. I'm riding it right now. I just don't want to show you guys the videos that I'm producing with it because it's naked. It just looks really bad naked. So, hey, it runs perfect. Very happy bike. Everything sounds perfect for a 30-year-old motorcycle. So, yeah, no issues. Happy, running nice and cool temps. I just got done taking it for a 5-mile ride. She's happy. There's nothing wrong with her. So, for those of you that kept asking about the CBR F3 600, it's running fine. I ride it daily. I mean, it's plated still. So, it's on the road. I just, like I said, not really making content with it because it's naked as shit and it just looks ugly as fuck. Sounds beautiful, but like I said, without the plastics and stuff, you know, everything's all set up. All the carbon fiber is all beautiful. I redid everything up here, all carbon fiber life, and you know, all this has been cleaned and remastered. But unfortunately, like I said, it's ugly. It's definitely ugly. So I just have the turn signals mounted with locking Velcro right now, so I can ride it and, you know, I'm not getting myself in trouble. But unfortunately, I'm not making content with it until I get my plastics kit. It's just, yeah, I don't know. It'll just be bad content. People will just be like, why is your tank all mangled like this? Why is all this stuff like that? Why, You know, I'll never hear the end of it. The sparkle paint they put on there, I'll never hear the end of it. So I'd rather just wait until the plastics come in before we start making more content with it again. I mean, I got nitrous scooters and 2 other projects over here, you know. So the girlfriend's bike is almost done. I'm doing a little carb tuning to it right now. So, you know, I bought her the 2010 Ninja 250R. Just tuning the carbs on it now. Waiting on a new battery. I got a battery coming for it here. So we're just waiting on a new battery and the tank lid. And I got a little bit more carb work to do down here. And I got to build a constant velocity air box for it. And then after that, man, this thing is ready for the road. You know, she'll go get her license and we can start riding together. See, that's what good boyfriends do. You know, if you want your person that you're with to partake in the things that you do, help them get involved in it. Get them started. So I bought her first motorcycle. You know, she's never owned one. I'm going to teach her how to ride. We're going to go on long trips together. Hell, maybe I'll come visit some of you fuckers in Florida. You know, could be fun. So, you know, if I can convince her to jump out on this thing and take a long ride with me from here all the way to Miami, something like that. Maybe we'll drive these things down to the Keys, have some fun, but I can't do any of that stuff until that bike has plastics. Once I get plastics for my 600, well, then we can start riding together and we'll go take a bunch of trips and hang out with people and fly FPV in the really cool locations up in Miami over the extremely blue, aquatic, greenish water. It'll be fun. It'll be a good time. My neighbors fucking hate this bike. I have had a number of complaints now about how loud this F3 is. I'm telling you, I'll take it for a ride and then I'll get a call from my parents and they're like, yo, calm down in the neighborhood. I'm like, I am calm. I'm not trying to be loud. It's just a loud bike. So now I have to idle it out of the whole neighborhood. I can't rev it up at all or even give it a little peppy gassing of any kind because the neighbors lose their shit over this bike. They do not like how loud this Super Sport is. So whatever. Whatevs. So there you go. I'm going to get started on this 500 tomorrow. I'm going to do the carbs on this one. And then once this one's done, we'll go ahead and sell this guy. This thing only has 4,000 miles on it. I already redid all the ignition and everything on this puppy. So all I have left now is clean the carbs. I redid the electronics. I put a new starter relay on here because it wasn't working. I ordered a battery for it. I got a new fuel tank over there with a new gas lid. So this puppy's almost ready. I just got to clean the carbs and then this puppy will be for sale if anybody wants this guy here. You know, all I do is sit here all summer and buy motorcycles, fix them, and knock them out. If you want to know how Dan stays afloat, makes his money, that's how I do it, man. I'm just good. I'm just good at what I do. That's all I can say. So I'm damn good at what I do. So yep, gotta pay the bill somehow. Isn't it beautiful, man? Sucks it got waterlogged and water damaged, but I mean it worked out for me because I got a stupid deal on this bike. Hell, these things sell for like $3,500 used with a shitload of miles on them. Fuck, I got this thing for $500. I think I poured maybe $100 worth of parts into it, so for $600, you know, this is a beautiful little bike, and she's gonna have a blast on this thing. I had the same one. If you guys remember that trip I took to Fort Lauderdale, I was riding a 250R. I had that 2012. This is 2 years older than the one I had, but yeah. And I only paid $1,000 for the other one. I got a really good deal on that too. But it's just too small. The bike was too small for me. Everybody that saw me on it was like, dude, you need something bigger. You're too big for that bike. I thought I looked good on it, but after enough people told me I looked too large for it, I was like, we got to get back into something bigger. So I got a 1200, and then that was way too large for me, too fast and too stupid. So I went back to a 600. So there you go. Anyways, that's the channel update. I got to take that Fram container. I'm going to cut that in half, stick this filter inside of it because that was the original filter that went in there, the oil filter. Stick that inside of there, mount it inside. We gotta design a little way to mount that inside of there after cutting it down, and yep, and then we'll make that the new air filter. But I gotta chop it in half so I can squeeze it together, cut 2 holes in the back of it so the carb boots can go through there, and yeah, and then that should have constant velocity. Things should run like a top after I finish it up. So yep, she's got to take her riding class, so it'll be a little while for you see that bike too much. I'll probably take it for a review, because the one regret I have is that I never reviewed the 250R that I had. I always wanted to make a review on that bike and kind of give my thoughts on it, so now I can do it on this one because I have another one. So it just works out. And I've already reviewed the Ninja 500 on my channel. This is the second one that you guys will see on this channel getting fixed. So there's no point in me reviewing it twice. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see. Anyways guys, catch you on the flip. Toodaloo.